ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णबालान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हरे कृष्ण। So we'll continue our discussion on Damodara Ashtakam. So last time we have discussed on the first verse, where as Sanatana Goswami in his commentary says that the first verse explains about the Tattva, who is Krishna. Now in the second verse, he is explaining about the Leela Vishesha, the pastime, the sweetness of the pastime of the Lord. In the second verse, Satyavrata Mani, very wonderfully, he is explaining how their Lordship has shown his mystical pastime here. He says, Rudantamohurnetram yugmam brajantam Karam bhuja yugamena satankanitram Moshvasakam patri rekhanka kantha Stita graivam damodaram bhakti patham. Upon seeing his mother's weeping stick, he cried and rubbed his eyes again and again, and his two lotus hands, with his two lotus hands. His eyes were fearful and his breathing quick. And as a mother Yashoda bound his belly with a rope, he shivered in a fright, and his pearl necklace shook. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. See how wonderfully he has explained that what exactly happened when Mother Yashoda caught him. The first thing that we need to understand that all contradiction they resolve in the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. How? In the first verse itself, he says that Namami, I am offering my respect, obeisances to whom? Ishvara. So Krishna is Ishvara. In the first verse itself, he has declared that he is Ishvara. And now he is saying he is crying. God is crying. The Supreme Controller is crying. Is it possible? And he is a Satchidananda Vigraha, who is eternal, full of knowledge. On top of that, Ananda Vigraha. He is the embodiment of happiness. And what he is doing? Rudantam. He is crying. Seems to be apparent. Apparently, it is totally contradictory. But that's the pastimes of the Lord. That's the Leela Madhuri of the Lord. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary, he nicely says that Atma Ramatvepi Bubhukshaya. In this pastime, it is seen that Lord, he got up from the bed and he started searching his mother. For what? Because he was hungry. He came to his mother and he asked for milk. And she started feeding him. And as she started feeding him, he was drinking that milk like as he has not ate for millions of years. So desperately he was drinking that milk. Then Atmarapi, he is a Atmaram, self-satisfied, and still he is Bubukshita, he is hungry. Seems to be contradictory. The next, Purna Kametvapi. Purna Kametvapi means everything that he does is absolute. Even though he is absolute, but still he is atruptaya. Why? When mother, she saw that milk is overflowing from the pot, she kept him aside. She ran inside to take out that pot from the stove. And this person, he thought that I'm still hungry, I'm not satisfied. How she has kept me away from her, how she has stopped feeding me that milk. And he showed his unsatisfaction for drinking the milk. Even though he is a Purna Kametvi, but he is Atrupta. So all contradictions actually. Then further he says that Shuddha Swarupatvena. Shuddha Swarupa means Lord is a Shuddha Swarupa. Shuddham Vishuddha Sattva. So there is no material contamination. And still he became angry. Kopatvena. He became angry because mother left him, so he took the stone and he broke that pot. So even though he is a Atmaram, but still he is hungry. He is a Shuddha Sattva Rupa, but still he became angry. Then further he says, after becoming angry, he broke that pot and stole the butter and ran away. Who is Lord? In the Bhagavad Gita, he himself says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. He is the master of everyone. Matta Sarva Pravate, everything comes from him. And still he is stealing. Is it necessary for him to steal something? No. But he's still stealing butter from his mother's house. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Swarajya Lakshmitvam api Chauryena. Who is he? Swarajya Lakshmi. He is the master of all the opulences. And he is stealing, And what happened then? Not only he stole, but because he has stolen that thing, so he has a fear in his heart that mother might come, she will catch me and she will chastise me. So he is afraid of punishment. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Mahakaladi Bhaya Dattvapi. He is the one who is given fear to whom? Mahakal. He is the fear for the death personification. Yad vibhyeti swayam bhayam. Even fear, even death is afraid of their lordship. And still he is bhayapalayanam. He has ran away out of fear. So all these contradictions. Then this person, as explained by Brahmaji, that Advaitam Achyutam Anadi Ananda Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Nava Yauvanam Cha Vedeshu Durlabham. He is very difficult to attain even by studying the Vedas, even by practicing yoga, even by following Karma Kanda, even by following Jnana Yoga. And that person is caught by whom? Mother Yashoda. as explained in the scripture, that even aprapya api manasa vak sa. Lord is he who is not attainable by mind and by speech. He is that fast. Like generally they say that sound waves, they are quite fast. And faster than that is mind. And Lord is faster than that. And that Lord was caught by Mother Yashoda. So seems to be very contradictory, you know. That's why he says that manotantra yanatvepi matra balad grahanam. If someone rides on the yana, means ship of mind, still it is difficult for him to catch the Lord. And here, by force, Mother Yashoda has caught him. And when she caught him, then what has happened? Even though the Lord is Anandamaya, he is full of bliss. But when mother caught him, what he started? Dukkha, dukkhena rodane. Because of sorrow, he started crying. Now my mother has caught me, and now she is going to punish me. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that mad bhayat vati vatoyam suryastapati mad bhayat varshati indro mad bhayat mrityushcharati mad bhayat. Lord himself says that out of my fear wind blows, sun gives heat, Indra gives shower, and Mrityu, the death personified, he keeps traveling all over the world. It's because of the fear of the Lord. And here that fear personification, the Lord himself is afraid of his mother. Not only a mother, he is looking at the hand in which mother was holding a stick. He is afraid of that stick. Seems to be very contradictory. And then, even though he is Sarva Vyapaka, he stays, he is everywhere actually. But still he gets bound, you know. The person who is everywhere, how is it possible to bind him? Is it possible? Can you bind the air? Can you bind the space? No. And he's that. Sarva Vyapakatvena, he is everywhere, and still he gets bound by mother at one place, which seems to be contradictory. And that's the Leela Madhurya of the Lord. That makes him totally different from other incarnations. Because in other incarnation, he never shows this kind of actions, you know. Lord Ramachandra also performed Bal Leelas, but those Bal Leelas, or that childhood pastimes, he never got punished from anyone, you know. He always got praised, glorified, and appreciated. And here, in this childhood pastimes of Krishna, he always got chastised, punished, he cried, he danced for the handful of butter. All these things he has done in this particular pastime. And that's the glory of Lord's pastimes. And that's why it is called as a Leela Madhuri. Madhuri means sweetness. The childhood pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna are so sweet. And they are wonderfully explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, actually there is a nice verse which is exactly same way as explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Shukdev Goswami says there that it's text number 10, 9th chapter and text number 10 of Canto 10. Anvachamanam janani bhrishya chalasya shrunomi bhara hunta gatihi suman madhyama जीवेन विश्रामिता केशबंधनम अच्युत प्रांशुनागतः Paramashratha. Mother Yashoda, while following Krishna, Mother Yashoda, her thin waist overburdened by her heavy breast, naturally had to reduce her speed. Because of following Krishna very swiftly, her hair became loose, and the flowers in her hair were falling after her. Yet, she did not fail to capture her son Krishna. And once, as he got caught, कृतागसं तं प्रौढन्तमक्षिणिः क्षणन्तमज्ञं मनीषिस्वपानिनः उद्विक्षमाणां भयविहलक्षणं हस्ते गृहीत्वा भीषयन्त्य अवाग्रत. So Shukadeva Goswami, he explains here that when caught by Mother Yashoda, Krishna became more and more afraid and admitted to being an offender. Can you imagine? Lord is accepting that he is an offender. Yat smarana matrena muchante sarva kilbishayi. If you remember their lordship, then you get waived off or cleared off all your offenses and all your anarthas. And that person, he says, I am offender. Again, contradiction. Offender of what? That he has broken that earthen pot. If that is an offense, then what happens at the end of the dissolution? When the whole creation gets dissoluted, he destroys everything. That is not an offense then. For that he never says that I am an offender. But here, just a small earthen pot that he has broken, and he says I am an offender. Why? Because here, that earthen pot that belonged to Mother Yashoda, and she was using it for the service of Krishna. So it is an attachment of love, and that's why he is considering himself as an offender. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says. Then further Shukadeva Goswami says that as she looked upon him, she saw that he was crying. So Anandamaya, who is full of happiness, but he is crying. His tears mixing with the black ointment around his eyes. And as he rubbed his eyes with his hands, he smeared that ointment all over his face. Generally, the small kids, they always do this. Forcefully, even though they don't get the tears in their eyes, they rub their eyes so that eyes can become red and more tears can start flowing. And by seeing the tears, immediately anyone can get softened in their hearts. Nobody likes that kids are crying. Immediately they become very cozy with them and they try to pacify the kids. So Krishna, purposefully he was rubbing his eyes so that they can become more red and he can cry a lot. So that Mother Yashoda, she will give up her anger and she will immediately embrace him. So this is what the Leela Madhuri. Can you imagine? The person who is the master of everyone. By remembering him, all our suffering gets elevated. And this person is sorrowfully crying. Then further, he says that he smeared the ointment all over his face. Mother Yashoda, catching her beautiful son by the hand, mildly began to chastise him. He is the chastiser of death and getting chastised by Mother Yashoda. See how many contradictions are there in his pastimes. You accept him as a god, but the way he is behaving like any ordinary child, And that's the glory of Krishna Leela. See how nicely he is approachable. As explained, that Krishnera Jatakkela Sarvottama Nara Leela, Naravapu Tahara Swarup, Gopavesha Venukara Navakishora Natavara, Nara Leela Hai Anurup. He performs his pastime when he comes in the form as a human being. He performs his pastime exactly like a human being. Because his own Swarupa, his original form, is like a human being. Or actually, human beings are in the image of Lord's form. Dvibhuja form. Dvibhuja Muralidhara. He is the one who is having two hands and who is playing flute. Gopavesha Venukara. He is in the form of a coward boy, When in the previous incarnation, when he came as a Ramachandra, he came as the prince. So whatever childhood pastime he performed, these are like a princely childhood pastimes. And it's not that easy for anyone to approach a prince. You have so much of formalities to follow. But like a coward boy, do you need any formality to go and meet him? He's a simple, ordinary coward boy, You can go and just put your hand around his shoulder. You can hug him, you can pull him, you can push him, anything you can do. You can't do that with the Lord Ramchandra as a prince. But as a coward boy with a Krishna, you can freely mingle with him. And that's why he comes as a son of Gopa. That's the beauty. He is easily approachable. How easily? Even Mother Yashoda, who was more than 80 years old that time, when Krishna was performing that pastime, she caught him. That's the glory of his pastime. Then further he says, and not only she caught him, but she started chastising him. There he never showed that, hey, how you can chastise me? Do you know who am I? I'm the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. Actually, when he comes to Vraja, he forgets that he is the Lord himself. He owns everything, but for the handful of butter, he dances in front of gopis, They make him dance and he dances. That's the glory of Krishna's childhood pastimes. And then what happens? The further, Shukadeva Goswami says here, when mother saw that my son is really got scared of the stick in her hand, so she threw it away. She said, no, my son should not get that much afraid of this stick. Tyaktva yashtim sutam bhitam vinarya bhaka vatsalaha ishye kilatam budham damna tad virya kopida. He says that Mother Yashoda was always overwhelmed by the intense love for Krishna. Not knowing who Krishna was or how powerful he was, because of maternal affection for Krishna, she never even cared to know who he was. Before this pastime, he has killed already Shakatasura. He has killed already Trinavarta. He has killed already Putana. But still, Mother Yashoda never accepted him as a god. She accepted him as his own son. She never thought that he is the most powerful person. On top of that, whenever he has killed the demons, they thought that Lord Narayana killed him. And they were chanting different names of Narayana to protect Krishna. Why? Because her love was more powerful than the Lord's Aishwarya Shakti. Lord has all the potencies, but sometimes devotees' love is so much bigger than his potencies. They get overlapped with the love of their devotees, and he forgets that potencies, And that's what has happened here. Therefore, when she saw that her son had become excessively afraid, she threw the stick away and desired to bind him so that he would not commit any further naughty activities. She became overwhelmed with the love, but still she wanted to chastise him so that he should not perform the same act again. Before this pastime, so many gopis they came and then complained to Mother Yashoda that your son is doing this, that, and she always overlooked that. She said, no, he can't do that. My son is not that naughty. And we have enough of cows, so we have enough of butter and we have enough of curd, everything at our home. Why he has to steal? Who can steal? The person who is in a need. But we have abundance, everything in abundance. And he is our son, then why he will go to others' house and he will do all these naughty things? But now she realized that, hey, this guy is really naughty. I have to take care of him. And I have to punish him so that he should not do it in future. So what she did then? Na chantar na bahiryasya na purvam napi chaparam purva aparam bahishchantaram jagato yo jagascha yaha. Then Shukdev Goswami is explaining here, who is this Lord? The Supreme Personality of a Godhead has a no beginning and no end. No exterior, no interior, no front and no rear. In other words, he is all pervading. That is Sarva Vyapakatva. He is all pervading. Because he is not under the influence of the element of time, for him there is no difference between past, present and future. He exists in his own transcendental form at all times. Being absolute, beyond relativity, he is free from distinction between cause and effect. Although he is the cause and effect of everything, that unmanifested person who is beyond the perception of the senses had now appeared as a human child. And Mother Yashoda, considering him her own ordinary child, bound him to the wooden mortar with a rope. So all contradictions, they got resolved here. Vedas, they glorify him with all his glorious qualities, but in his childhood pastimes, all those qualities, he just waved them off. I may be like this for yogis, for the jnanis, for the karmis, for my devotees, I am there. The way they want, I am ready to behave like that. It's in Gopal Champu, Jiva Goswami says, Lord was like a wooden doll in the hands of gopis. They used to make him dance like the way they desire, they want. And he did dance the way they desired, the way they wanted to be. That's the pastimes of the Lord, you know. And these particular works, Satyavrat Muni is explaining all these contradictions only. He says, Rudantam muhurnetram yugmam brajantam karam bhoja satanka netram sa atanka. In his eyes, he has a fear, you know, fear of getting punished by Mother Yashoda. So these pastimes really attracts everyone. And that's why Krishna's childhood pastimes are always desired. In further verses we will see that how Satyavrat Muni is praying their Lordship. I don't want anything in this material world. Just give me chance to remember to see this wonderful childhood pastime in my heart. And in the next verse, Satyavrat Muni is going to explain about the another tattva, that is Guna Tattva of the Lord. And how that Guna Tattva has exhibited in this particular pastimes, that we will discuss on our next session, next Saturday. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Damodar Bhagavan ki jai. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।